All right, you're going to hear me in the background futzing with stuff because I'm futzing with stuff. Oh, somebody's already here. Somebody is like quick today. What? Crazy. All right. I'm going to put something in the comments right now so I do not forget. Come on, come on. And then I'm going to get out of this thing. So this is important. And then hopefully this will all be all nice. In come the people. Hello, people. All right, I've got one more thing to plug in. I think. One more thing? Maybe. This one? This one. 3. All right, where's the end of the cable? This narration is really just to let you know that I am in fact here. Hello, person. Hey, I love knowing somebody is there. It makes sure that I hit all the correct buttons. All right, so did I plug in the wrong guitar? Ha! I used it in practice. That's why. I'll be late, but I'll be there with bells on. I love that. I haven't even started and someone's like, I'm gonna be late. That cracks me up. All right, are you working like you should? We're gonna find out in a second. Tuning. I'm not hitting all the best buttons yet, but I'm gonna work on it. Oh god, it's 7 o'clock and I haven't dropped the curtain. I'm already screwing up. Oh my gosh, where is it? I've forgotten everything. It's all over. There I am. Oh my god. Hi, what's up? It's been a minute. It's also weird because it's light outside, so doing my lights for this it's gonna change drastically over the course of the evening. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we're plugging in like 2 more things. Good evening, good evening. Thank you all for being here. All right, we're going to plug in 2 more things, and then I might tip the camera down a little bit more since I backed my chair up. These are the dumb things that's always things that must be considered. All right, so let's first make sure the guitar is in tune. And I should have really changed the strings, but I didn't. Oops. How you guys doing tonight? April is Apriling. Happy Wednesday indeed. Rob is at a sound gig for someone, so I am here covering. April is Apriling. It is, 37 degrees real feel and high enough pollen count for that to actually be in the weather report. Had a big old headache, so there was a lot of coffee. Now there's wine. So there you go. We've moved on. Woohoo! I hate pollen but I love flowers. Me too. Greetings from Scotland. Thank you so much. Oh, I promised. I made dinner. Like there was a lot going on. And no one is here to talk for me but me. We'll get there. We're all gonna get there. Hi! That's right, tax day is past. I'm gonna give you guys something special once we really get settled in. I disagree with you, Tuner. I feel you are lying about that G. Almost there, almost there, almost there. I should have started with the other guitar. Good for someplace to be quiet right now. All right. So, I'm here. We're doing this. I'm going to tilt the camera down a little bit, and then we are officially present, accounted for, and all that good stuff. All right, I guess I'm going to sing some songs. And if there's stuff you want to hear, and if let me know how the sound is and all that, you know. Like. I didn't play this at my show the other night. I think what's going to happen is a lot of the stuff that I was going to play at the show that I got cut, we're going to do tonight. Let me be clear. It's gonna be one of those nights. I'll get there. This is why these songs got cut from the show the other night. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start with the song I cut from the top of the show, because I practiced that like crazy because I thought I was gonna open with it and then I didn't. So I'm gonna switch guitars and then I will fully be present and with you. All right. You stay there and don't fall over. All right, I'm with you, I'm with you. All right, so this song is the first song on the first album I ever put out. All right, solo. Show up right on time as you were finishing the crescent on a question mark. I closed in a circle, and once you were mine, the weight upon your hand and the promise, just too much of a burden. But if it's love, why the hurt? If it's love, why the weight around my finger, turning up if it's love. Oh, 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 oh. Walking on the moon, we fell, but I learned how to walk with you. My left hand anchored to yours, cold around my finger, an empty space. I shiver with the first new lover's touch upon the skin that was obscure love. I thought I knew. Oh, love, how I miss you. Love, the weight is more than you could take. Oh, 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 oh. Once I slipped you off, I discovered something lost. And how I'm superhuman. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm only clumsy, 'cause I'm so strong. And if it's love, oh, and I'm gonna feel it. When it's love, it won't be a weight. I could float right on up to the sea. Honey, I'm not saying you were kryptonite, but all of a sudden I can fly. Did I show up right on time as you were finishing the crescent on a question mark? I thought it was a circle. All right. How was that? Hee 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 hee. Everybody's all busy. It's so cute. You're all like, it's like you come into class and tell your teacher that, oh, I have a doctor's appointment today, but I'm gonna be in. It's so cute. Ugh. So yeah, so that was the very, very first, you all are cracking me up. Everybody's like, hi, I'll be back later, okay, I'll bring cupcakes. That's all right, you're gonna come when I'm like all, worn in and here and fully present and all that good stuff. Okay, good, sounds great, good to know. So yeah, that song is called The Wait. It was based on something kind of bizarre. Like, I've been thinking lately about the really unusual things that spawn songs, and an ex of mine had learned to do his trade with the weight of his wedding ring, because he had apprenticed while he was married. He'd apprenticed while he was, so it's the only way he ever learned how to do it. And it was such that the weight of the ring when missing altered the fine-tuning ways that he physically did the job. And I thought that was so fascinating about the weight, kind of transitioning to something else. We're drinking wine tonight. Nice little Malbec. I don't remember whose it is. All right, so now that we're settled in, and I know everything's plugged into the right spots, and all that good stuff. All right. Now we can do stuff. Let's do what we tried to do before. But, turned on. Clear, I never want to see your face again, but sometimes I have dreams. We have coffee and it's nice, catching up for a little while before we go back to our regularly scheduled lives. Let me be clear, last few years have been a blur of pain. I blame you more than a little bit, but mostly still myself keeps me up at night. 'Cause sometimes you're the only one I want to talk to, but my last word to you was congratulations. They say time heals all wounds, but I am still confused. I'm still waiting to be clear. Let me be clear. I never wanted to see your face again, but a wedding invitation
a reluctant reunion, and a night across the dance floor suddenly feels far too distant. Oh, let me be clear, I am just stealing a moment while the jackets are collected, while farewells are being said. 'Cause if these are the last words that I get, yeah, sometimes you're the only one I wanna talk to, as we stand here wishing friends congratulations, finding any excuse to be in the same room, first time in ages, and then we're clear. And we are both taken, but not taken over, stubbornly just sticking by our almost perfect lovers. But the years go by and the wounds don't heal, because the wounds aren't wounds at all, but a message coming clear. Oh, oh, oh. The sky is clear, Sunday morning, waking slowly, making coffee, making plans, making light up forever, 'cause now we can.
Awesome. Let me know how we are on balance. I'm sat a little further back from the microphone because I wanted some headroom on the mic. So let me know how the guitar is balanced with everything, since that's now a little further from the mic too. So yeah, we had a really, really, really good show at New Spire, me and Ron from Earhart. So he guested on like the center. Cool. Okay, good. Thank you guys. So he guested on like the center 7 songs, which included some stuff that's on the new album. He's not on the new album, but I love the idea that these things are going to exist in all of these different ways. I think that's so cool. And it's given me a chance to do songs, you know, that I've always wanted to do. So I was thinking about songs that I want to bring in there. I was surprised by what he liked, because while he was in the audience, I was like, if you hear something that you like, let me know, and we'll work on getting that into our practices and stuff. He liked this, which I think would be weird for Earhart, but let's do stuff.
Walk down the street, the god of accidents. So I gave all of my change to the homeless man. Money and caution tape down on his luck. Said, man, this is no costume, I am seriously fucked up. What would it take for you to remember me? I am down on my luck, wearing my heart on my sleeve. I am homeless and heartbroken, hungry for so much. And man, this is no costume, I am seriously medicine was going by Jasmine this month. When we met in the bar, said she'd take me to Spain if I want. Like a confused tooth fairy, gifted me one from her store, saying, take this, I don't need it anymore. And what would it take for you to remember me? I am falling to pieces, could use a little company. And you can have this heart, or is that part too easy to ignore? Well, take this, I don't need it anymore. Don't have to scar you, scare you, talk to myself. To find a place in your memory reserved for no one else. Make my name more interesting, cultivate an eccentricity that you can't dismiss so easily. Oh, so here I am again, fighting for your eyes, making a fool of myself, 'cause I've decided it's worth the price. For you to say my name, burning your brain, just like a lunatic, yeah. I wanna be your favorite, crazy story to tell. I wanna be your favorite, crazy story to tell.
Woohoo! I was just talking about this because it's like I don't use a lot of curse words. Like I remember, I might play you another song that got cut from the set in my. You would be amazed in a 90-minute set, like with good chit chat, you can maybe fit 17, 18 songs if you're lucky. And I had to cut just a couple of things to get there. So I was talking about the fact I don't curse a lot in my songs. I just, yes, and correcting. You're also good. You know, you tell the teacher you're going to be late and you correct all your typos. So I used to feel uncomfortable with the word whore, which is not a curse word. It's like the little kid that thinks everything is the F word, you know. When I first wrote this song, I was very viscerally uncomfortable with the word, and I used to swallow it. And then you turn 40, and you start to give no fucks, let alone how you feel about the word whore and the way it is used. So this got cut. Ron and I were gonna do this, but I was real tight on time, so this one is called Silent Little Bells.
Into a hole in the cold, cold ground on a gray, gray day. Into a hole down, down, some place for us to lay. I buried us in a secret place. None will go. Bluebells in the field, the only wreath we'll ever know. No church yard will ever hold our sad, sad sin. No coin of copper, silver, gold to buy our way in. No stone to mark the bitter place where we lie. No stone but my heart, no one's tears but mine. Can you hear judgment in the trees? I loved a man in the worst of ways. Loved me once, loved me, but he left me with his son. But the sun, he did not rise when it was his time. I begged my love to bury our son. He said it wasn't none of mine. The world, it judged me hard for what it did not see. The woman is a whore, but the man, he goes free. So tell me now, for all my pain, can it be a sin for a woman done her wrong to do the man done it to that man right? And can you hear judgment in the trees, how they say I'll never rest in peace? They will say lies I can never untell. See, the only hymns sang for him from silent little bells, silent little bells. Oh, oh. I took my love to an old place on the edge of town. I told him he could take and lay me down. I let him kiss me deep on the edge of a well. I took my lover in my arms, took us both to heaven. To a hole in the cold, cold ground on a great, great day. Into a hole down, soft place for us to lay. I buried us in a secret place, none will sing. Bluebells in the field, bluebells in the field, bluebells in the field. I don't want to live.
I get so happy when I actually hit the harmonic because it's a weird one. Yay, there with silent little bells on. It's so mean. I just, you know me and my murder ballads, but yeah, that one works really well with Earhart actually. And we're going to do that. We have a big if you're in striking distance of us, on May 12th, we're going to do the big combo Amy and Earhart show. So I will be singing basically all night. But we've gotten to include some new stuff in the set that Earhart's picked up as I have learned more and more and more content. Like we do a version of Poor Wayfaring Stranger all together. We're going to do Can't Find My Way Home, which I did at the show the other day. So I'm going to diverge hard at the moment to make sure I have something in my brain. So I'm doing this big show at Godfrey Daniels. If you are in Pennsylvania, New Jersey-ish, I guess I should actually put the link back in the comments so you can grab it. If you go to Godfrey Daniels, there's so many little buttons I can push. Anyway, if you go to Godfrey Daniels, oh, I know, don't we all live a little far away? It's a really cool town. It's Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So if you've ever been to Music Fest, it's there. So it'd be a great little, like a little day trip if that's what you're up to. And the weather's actually supposed to be nice. So if you're interested in making a little trip into Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, it will be a lovely day. It will be a lovely show, and I have to sneeze. So I'm going to see if I can mute this really, really quickly. Stupid allergies. But I was pretty good on that. All right, so I'm going to do, when I do the show, I'm going to do the album which I finally have absolute confirmation the last bits are going into the studio. The string arrangement is happening last week in April with final recording thereafter, and then we're done. Everything is finished. So anyway, this is a song that's got kind of a cool drone accompaniment and some harmonies in the background and stuff like that. But in order to do the album in order, I'm going to need to make sure I remember how to do this song. So I'm going to give it a little more verb so that we imagine that we're like in kind of a metal container. And we're going to make sure that I remember this for the show at Godfrey Daniels. So this one is a super, super weird song. Oh, I have visual aids. I always forget, like, I'm in my office and I have visual aids. Hold, please. Da 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 da. Gonna get a visual aid. 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 Totally got a visual aid. Boom 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 boom. Boom. Da-dum. I should really, really prepare. Anyway, so this song appeared on a little album that I put out as kind of like a fun festival thing. And it's based on a really, really unbelievably messed up fairy tale called The Goose Girl. So if you're familiar with The Goose Girl, she's a princess. She's gonna go marry the prince who has never seen her. So her lady-in-waiting switches, like at knife point, switches places with her on the route and says, you know, she'll kill her if she ever tells anybody. And then her horse, who is her friend, who's seen it all and is a witness and apparently sentient and, you know, can relate the story, could speak. She cut off the horse's head and had it mounted to the gate to town. So this was the book I grew up on in childhood. This should explain a whole lot about me. So that's the Goose Girl with the horse's head mounted to the gate. But the operative part of this is that eventually the sorrow just becomes too much to bear. And the king knows something is up, but she can't tell him. And so he says, well, why don't you climb into my big giant stove and tell it, you know? That's not a person, it's not going to get you in trouble. But of course, when she unburdens herself, he is with his ear to the stovepipe, and he hears everything. And so, weirdly, that's kind of like therapy, and kind of like prayer. And so, this is a song about therapy and prayer, and the nature of just knowing that something is listening. So we're going to see if I remember it all.
If there's a God, I may be damned, but I like talking to God. And he may not like the way I am, but I won't know until I'm done. Sometimes I hope there is no God, though it means I cry to just the air. Like the girl who crawled into a stove to tell it all she could not bear. It helps to tell something the pain, whether it is listening, to be held inside a quiet place. Ask not what you're offering, and maybe God's an empty stove, a metal belly full of me. and I am the fire lit inside. When I tell him all my suffering, I wrote myself a hymn today to lullaby my aching soul, and crawled inside my little room to hear the echo of it all. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, sang the fuel to the furnace. I know mercy is uncertain here, but how the world it burns us.
All right, so I mostly remember this. Thank you. So I sent a version of that to a friend of mine to check the mix for me, and oh no, that's way too purple. To check the mix for me, and he was like, "That song is gnarly. Like the lyrics to that are gnarly." I'm like, yup, that's what I do. So yeah, it's based on a really messed up fairy tale that I love. So like I knew the lighting was gonna be all weird because the sun's gonna set anyway. There are only so many things I can care about at one time. No, I have never gone to the Martin factory in Bethlehem. All right, so I'm going to take a moment to do something really cool since I've got a lot of people tuned in right now. I sent this to my album backers, so they get some special stuff here and there. But I'm going to show you guys this. So the video quality on this is medium, but I wanted you to see how some of these things have progressed, and I wanted you to hear a song that really needs to be done with band. So this little video is going to show you how things have progressed on the album For Us song that started in a live stream. It was actually one of Rob's challenges for his open mic. So now that I've got the highest viewership, I'm gonna show you this little teaser of what is coming, because this song is ridiculous, and that'll give you a chance to mess with my lights. You ready?
Hometown hero, I said it with derision. I wanted more. So much time spent building madly, but building what? I'm not even sure, but I sure look busy, spinning and spinning on that wheel in my cage, rocking a chair, going nowhere, digging holes in the garden to bury my rage, and every dream stopped dead out of truth. You can't accept, can't break through, but I hear they let anyone say as much as we want, never make.
I am so excited. I am so excited. I'm really excited. So I hope that didn't like blast everything out. I've never played like a preset video before, so that was very like, oh God, I hope everything's all right. Hometown Hero was a one that started in Rob's open mic online, and then became awesome. Yeah, I'm so freaking excited. Like, it's a banger. That one's a rockin' song. I'm trying to like get my lighting just back to something akin to normal now that the sun's gone down behind me. Anyway, I'm super excited. That's a banger. And so I'm excited. It's real. It's almost real, man. All right. Okay, I guess I should continue to do useful things. All right, let's grab this baby. So, I brought a few things out of the depths for the show that I did at New Spire Arts, which was really, really cool. This is a song about just please, for the love of God, we are not enemies, just help me find the way out. It's called Letters from the Front.
a Che Guevara t-shirt and vowed my revolution, but I have yet to wear it. It's still hanging in my closet beside the blue jeans I had on when we abandoned our stalemate. I know they're the ones, there's still ammunition in the pockets, and grass stains on the knees would have been easier by bayonet, by bullets, instead of by degrees. We always were so stubborn, waiting on the wait and see. No stomach for execution. Ours the language of pine cones and razor blades, codes unbreakable. This flesh can only take so much, like the paper of our letters, like the jeans that are our uniform. We are weaker than we think, more used up than we know, and worn out at the knees would have been easier by bayonet, by bullet, instead of by degrees. We always were so stubborn, waiting on the wait and see. No stomach for execution. I am open to suggestion, I am open to solution, and in the quiet between fire we could trade absolution, because I tell you I doubt that we know what we are doing, and if you see a way out, then I will follow you into it, 'cause you are not my enemy. You are not my enemy. We get no peace of our mistakes from these battles in our hearts. No one gets their way, no one gets away. We are the POWs of our abbreviated sin, wielding our grenades with all the pins half in. And we are down upon our knees, would have been easier by bayonet, by bullet, instead of by degrees. We always were so stubborn, waiting on the wait and see, waiting on the wait and see. No stomach for execution. So that's an old one. Letters from the front. Hey, thank you for being here. So again, just a reminder, there's all kinds of stuff coming up. Album stuff, is gonna be starting to hop in the next
next like couple of weeks really. Excited about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything weird on there that I haven't really been playing. I have the album, like the track list up here. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, there's maybe like a couple things on here I should do to make sure they're in my being, in my brain parts. I'm gonna switch guitars again. And I swear I will do something happy eventually. I just, I feel like you're probably with me. We are in a mood. We are not amused. Let's make sure things are plugged in. Things are always better when they're plugged in. There's some stuff I need to learn. Exactly. We are not amused. We are together in our non-amusement. All right, let's perk it up at least a little bit here. I did play this at my show the other night. I'll start to give you hints and cool stuff. So this one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7 on the new album.
Go living as wild as I could. I looked down and I found my feet turn to wood. I bloomed and I beckoned, but still I stood. A marigold in golden gray. Ought to be so at ease, happily where I'm planted, sway in the breeze. Don't take roots for granted, but a rose in the downspout gets pulled unwanted, 'cause a weed is just a seed in the wrong place. So I stay here in my bed, wasting away. I swallow tales, seeing this is somewhere wild birds sing. Scented kiss, they brush past my lips. I guess you got the world if you got the wings. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey bud, where you been? Tell me again. Led home by fragrant powers. And what of Bombay? Is it true what they say? Do monkeys run off with all the gods' flowers? Fall's coming on, the lawns full of hay, and all that can leave is going away. Grass always greener there, that's what they say. sunshine in the rain. Marigold, marigold's going gray. Marigold is growing older every day. Oh, marigold, going, going.
All right. Bonus points for including monkey. Totally. Yeah, so that was one of the monkey songs. One of the weirder ones. Never found out how I did with that one. It was the very last one, and then they never did that. Hey, it's totally okay if you have to go. You know, I will give you a bathroom pass. It's fine. And then you're not gonna go back from the bathroom. You're gonna walk around the halls. That's what's gonna happen. Anyway, it's gonna be killer. I mean, I've done some listening to it. It's kind of like Message in the Mess in that, like, whatever the song wanted, that's what I did. There's something that brushes on the edge of almost like folktronica. Like, there's just some interesting noises. There is stuff that is just nothing but me and a guitar. And then that song with Marigolds has like 7 beautiful man voice, or no, 4 beautiful man voice singing flower barbershop quartet that is just freaking awesome. So anyway, yeah, I'm psyched about it. I can see it now. All right, so other thing. There was another thing that got cut from the set on, what is it? There was another thing that got cut from the set the other night that is going to be on the new album, and I need to make sure it's in my hands and in my head, so you're here with me for that.
My town built over the river, fortunes rise and fall with the shoreline. You can almost set a watch by the high times, followed by low. In my town, afloat on the river, you learn to hold your breath when you're little. Mind the rain and the weather vane, child, 'cause you never know. My daddy saw me. The streets washed away, the earth broke open at the end of days. His granddaddy too lost the family estate, and no one said nothing about moving away. 'Cause the sun will explode in an age or so, and all that we made will burn, and the river will flood our beloved hometown every millennium. And still we live, and still we build, right here in the lap of the gods. That's why. But the valley is ours, the valley is ours. It takes faith in a town on the river to sleep through the storms of the summer. But the locals are used to the culture, ruin repair. First it's tears in a town on a river, but then it's sawdust and sweat in the Tiber. Just wait till the concrete is dry and start over again. My mama saw the brothers swept under, home from the funeral, to blood in the cupboards and drawers. And the neighborhood mourned it, but it all came clean with enough scrubbing. 'Cause the sun will explode in an age or so, and all that we made will burn, and the river will flood our beloved hometown every millennium. Still we live, still we build, right here in the lap of the gods. There it is. But the valley is ours, the valley is valley's eyes. Oh, life is the valley we walk in the shadow of death. Sometimes I fear evil. Please don't tell Jesus, but I had a dream. We stuck on the ark, Noah didn't see us. Said we were monkeys, and they just believed us. 'Cause everyone there was way too busy watching the news about Ellicott City. My town built over the river, fished the clock twice from the Patapsco. Who knows, we could all take our boats and save us some time. Oh, but where else could we go that would be half as beautiful? To wait out the end of it all, well, I've chosen mine. Because the sun will explode in an age or so, and all that we made will burn, and the river will flood our beloved on time whenever it wants. And still we live, and still we build right here in the lap of the gods. But the valley's ours, the valley's ours, the valley's ours, the valley's ours. See, and that's why the live stream is good, because I had to remember, it's like, no, it's that B7 there, kind of well capoed, but all right, good. So that's all the stuff that there's other things I played at the show, and I'll be ready. So the album order is gonna live over here. Hee hee. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I mean, you all probably know my name is Heather Aubrey Lloyd. I have a bunch of shows coming up. My website has my calendar updated basically with almost every single gig I know of in existence. All right. So, and I would say if there's anything people want to hear, let me know. I figure I owe you at least one chipper. Hey, Vaughn, nice to see you. I owe the crew at least one sort of chipper song. All right, so let's see what we feel here. Hey, play me through writing my final papers tonight. I will totally do that. I'm with you for basically another hour, so I don't know if you're gonna finish in an hour, but good for you, Crystal. All right, so let's see. I want to kind of do something interesting. Let's see if I can. I hate when tab is like almost but not quite. I had something in mind, but I couldn't find a version of it that I liked in time. So I will, let's see, something chipper. Something chipper. Doo-doo-doo. Most of this is not chipper. It's so funny how I have these tendencies. I shouldn't do that. Is Peter Gabriel chipper? Are you wanting like Book of Love? I can do Zeppelin. I can do. I mean, Book of Love would be and not technically Gabriel. That's Magnetic Fields. I wonder if my brain will actually remember this. My mom loves this song too. The book of love is long boring. No one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental, some of it is just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me. You can sing me anything. The book of love is long and boring. It was written very long ago. It's full of charts and facts and figures and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things. You ought to give me wedding rings. I love it when you bring me things. You ought to give me wedding rings. You ought to give me wedding rings. You ought to give me wedding rings.
I sort of remember it. I think the last time I did that was like Valentine's last year. Ugh. All right, so I definitely gotta like revisit that one. All right, there was Zeppelin. Since Vaughn's here, we'll do Vaughn Zeppelin. All right, I did not get to play this at Vaughn's wedding.
If the sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. Mountains crumble to the sea, there would still be you and me. Kind of woman, I give you my all. Kind of woman, nothing more. Little drops of rain, whisper of the pain, tears of love lost in the days gone by. My love is strong. There is no wrong. Together we shall go until we die. Inspiration is what you are to me. Inspiration looks easy. So today my world, it smiles. hand in mine, we walk the mile. Thanks to you, it will be done. For you to me, I'm the only one. And I'm saying, happiness, no more be sad. Happiness, I'm glad. And if the sun refused to shine, I would still be loving you. Mountains crumble to the sea, there would still be you and me.
Thank you. I do a good Robert Plant. Robert Plant sits very nicely in my register, so most Robert Plant is accessible to me. Same with Chris Cornell to a point. All right, so let's see. What's some stuff that I want to do that I just haven't gotten to do? I've been doing that thing, where I listen to certain songs obsessively. I cannot play you my current obsession. Holy cow. If you're a Richard Shindell fan, or if you're not, you should be, released a song onto Bandcamp only that is a fundraiser for the Trevor Project. And it's a poem that he has worked into music that's basically about, the world has ended or is about to end, but, you are with the person you want to be with at the end. And it's unflinching. I mean, that's really like, unflinching is the word for it. The song is called The Conditional. So yeah, on Bandcamp, I cannot tell you how strongly you should look up Richard Shindell on Bandcamp. And the song The Conditional, absolutely stunning. And again, the poet as well. I admit I'm not as familiar with the poet. Say we never get to see it bright, the future stuck like a bum star. Ugh. Brutal and beautiful. All right, so let's look at, I feel like I said, like I owe you chipper of some kind. I just gotta find it. Oh, yay. If you didn't know, you know now. Go and get it. Warning, this thing is for the moment. Absolutely for the moment. Okay, let's do something. I haven't done this for a while. We're almost to this. April is Apriling, as I said. I might have enough headroom on the mic to be able to do this. I normally wouldn't, because I would blow this baby out. But let's stop, please. Do the thing I told you to do, little screen. All right.
In the still of the night, I held you tight, 'cause I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go. In the still of the night, I remember that night in May. The stars were bright up above, and I hope and I'll pray to keep your precious love. Well, before the light, hold me again with all all of your might in the still of the night. I remember that night in May, stars were bright up above, and I hope and I pray to keep your precious love so before the light. Hold me again with all of your might in the still of the night.
Love that chord. Do I use a kazoo on my albums? There's one song. One? There's one song that had a kazoo on it. I very famously made myself the enemy of a retirement community when I brought kazoos for the whole audience. That was fun. Apparently for weeks after, there were kazoo incidents. So there is not a kazoo on this one. Let's talk about some of the instrumentation. There's some interesting stuff. So there is a harp, a big old harp. There's flute. There's a lot of vocals. There's many, many, many harmony vocalists. There's accordion, like a beast accordion player, local guy to us actually in Maryland, from I think the Junkyard Saints. There's electric guitars, there's fretless bass, there's going to be string quartet, so we definitely have been like, nope, what's the song need? Let's do it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's weird. Nothing too weird. I think that kind of takes care of it. All right, so let's see. Let's do stuff I know. Let's do stuff I know well. Oh, for real, it really is. Kazoo incidents are a thing. Let's do one no, that's a bad idea. All right, let's, like I said, I want to do things that didn't quite make the cut for what didn't make the cut for the big, giant set list at Spire. Let's see. Do I have the set list with me? It might be in my backpack, which is right here. Kazoo. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Is it in here? Is it in here? It might be in here. All right. I have every set list from all the solo shows that I do because it's really hard to pick. It says which guitar I pick up, how long it is. You know, when you have to write it for yourself, it's always a little harrowing. All right, let's see. What didn't make the cut? All right, well, you said I will kazoo it up then, because this didn't make the cut. I didn't do any funny songs in other than Lunatic Yell. Lunatic Yell's funny. See if I actually remember how to do this on guitar. Because this was a uke song. Not that the uke's not right behind me, but
A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. You may not know how hard it is to break into the snack food biz competition for a couple dozen coveted spots in the lineup of the animal cracker box. How I long to be a model of those famous features. The rhinoceros and kangaroo and elephant and all the creatures, the lions and zebras. I'm just a dreamer. Salty sweet, a birthday compliment crushed up in the car seats. But your crackery criteria's a little funky. Tell me, do you really need a gorilla and a monkey? How I long to see my likeness in a sugary frame, masticating a mammalian menagerie without all the game. A few minutes of fame. Oh, it's a shame. Cause no, I'll never make a neat cookie cutter shape, and I confuse a kid or two with meat on their plates. But I'd rather get my head bitten off by mistake than be a nobody who went about a dream half-baked. How I long to see me, how I long to be a yummy member of the pack. I need to practice. Eating with the sheep and the koala, even with the giraffe. You may just laugh, but you're nobody till someone puts your face upon a tasty snack. But is it too big a wish? Sincerely yours, Mr. Cuttlefish.
Anyway. Yeah, some of these songs, man, if I don't play them often, I really need to like get them back in my hands. We'll do something non-song related for a second, because it occurs to me April is National Poetry Month. That's a part of my life I sometimes get to spend some time revisiting. I thought about doing this at the show. Everybody knows I've got the math poem, but I've got some other stuff too, and I figure since it's spring, let's do like a spring one. So this is called Monarch Hearts. I have been witness to the butterflies of your eyelids, finding their kind here in my stomach. I want to reunite them, let them fly to our lips, finding their wings as they find our forgiveness for being only human, only wingless. I dream of those kisses, affection expressed in sketches, fine ink limbs of softness, you with crooked leg hand love letters left for me on beds of daffodil petals, I with a hummingbird heart. You bring me pleasure beyond nectar, and this is more than the sugar water that they keep feeding us. I know real sweetness when I see it, and the ambrosia of completeness is rare indeed. But we pair to make whole where we didn't even know was a hole there, filling with hope these hearts once so empty with despair, now lighter than air. See, we didn't know that our paradise was under glass, that our Eden was confined. In the butterfly house they wait impatient till the last one dies, mistaking our carnelian color for leaves descending in the gutter. But they say one flutter can change the course of history, of the hurricane. And if what you've done to my heart says anything, these palpitations could be solving hunger in third world nations while you and me sleep. You tangled up in me just breathing could grow fields green on distant continents, Stop car accidents. One wink, one kiss, and the end of the world will wait. Pausing to consider this, that they cannot rule us because we have monarch hearts. So, little poetry month for you there. Yeah, I used to go do like the poetry slam thing. If you'll indulge me, one more that is not of my making. I will read you one that I love so much. It'll give me an excuse. I'll put on my glasses. I'll be very librarian or something. So I used to go to the poetry slams in Baltimore. I would go to a place called Slamicide. It was in the basement of a Cosi or like Panera Bread at Hopkins University. I haven't really, lyrically speaking, I've been thinking about this idea of, the way Richard Sandel took the poem and set it to music, but I'm funny about using other people's stuff, and if I'm writing lyrics, I'm writing lyrics. So the idea of setting a poem I wrote to music feels like just writing lyrics. This piece, I used to do this, I at one point in time had it memorized. I no longer do. See, I'm all studious now. This is a piece by Taylor Mali called Labeling Keys, which, considering my tattoos, if you've seen them, this is deeply appropriate. All right. So again, happy Poetry Month. Though not a secretive man, my father understood combination locks and keys. Yes, he was a Yale man, and he had a love affair with brass. And he had a key rack as organized as the writing on the label of each key was neat. It's the same angel that made him label and date butcher paper wrapped leftovers in the refrigerator with Christmas present creases and hospital corners and little 2x2 post-it notes with possible suggestions for the leftovers' use. Turkey scraps, November 23, yummy treat for the DOG, secured with, count 'em, 2 rubber bands, one for snugness, the other for symmetry. But there's an art to labeling keys. The one you keep to your neighbor's house cannot say on it, neighbor's house across the street, in Maine for all of May. Similarly, gun rack, burglar alarm, spare set of keys to sob in garage. These are labels you will not see at our house. Instead, my father wrote in his own argot, in a cryptographic language of oblique reference. The key to the burglar alarm he called the siren's song. The gun rack, that infernal racket. The neighbor's house across the street was now the farm in Kansas. Victor was the Volvo. Henry, the Honda. Gabriella, the Sabatini. A security of the mind, no doubt, and not so much precluding burglary as offering a challenge to the industrious burglar, as well as evincing from my brother and me much in the way of loving parody, such as the key to the side door, which we labeled, not the key to the side door. Destitute neighbors, squalid hovel, far, far away. Boathouse in Bay of Fundy. But among the neatly labeled keys, some to cars we no longer possessed, like Potemkin and Gerald the Ford, is a brass ring of assorted expatriates called Keys to Unknown Places. Little metal orphans, they have lost their locks. Or rather, their locks have all lost them, misplaced them all in the same place, on the same ring, which is a sadness no bolt cutter can cure. Even the key that simply says Hartford. Somewhere, there's a door, a box, a closet full of secrets locked, and the only thing I know about it is that it is probably not in Hartford. I keep them all, jingling and jangling, turning the tumblers of the past, for who knows when I might not be in Hartford again and have such a need for such a key. Who here knows nothing of magic that escapes every time a key that should unlock a door does? So, that's, I wish I had written this poem. So this is a Taylor Mali piece. So again, Taylor Mali, if you're unfamiliar with him, it is National Poetry Month. Taylor Mali, you want to look up labeling keys, and there's one I think called Playing Scrabble with Eddie, about playing Scrabble with a kid who's dyslexic. So I highly encourage you to check that stuff out for National Poetry Month. And performance poetry, I mean, most people are aware at this point, performance poetry should be memorized, has to be 3 minutes or less, and obviously the delivery is key. So when I used to get sick of all things music, I would go to Slam Aside in Baltimore and, be among the poets and do my best impression. So, anyway, that's what's going on in Poetry Land. I'm with you for about maybe half an hour or more or so. So let's get back to the music. That was our little intermission kind of thing. All right, let's see. I choose you. I'm gonna get drink my glass of wine here. How's everybody doing tonight? What's cool is you can actually tell me. Explain why I picked this. I picked this because this has a reference to a Pablo Neruda thing. So again, here's your poetry thing. Pablo Neruda collected the figureheads from the front of sailing ships. He had them all up around his house. And he had one that had glass eyes, so when it was humid, water would condense and she would cry. The Spanish term for the figurehead is mascaron de proa. And so mascaron appears in this song for that reason.
You know in my heart you're a stowaway, though I've sent in the dogs. I can't seem to make you go away, in spite of all of the floods. But I've asked Poseidon to find him who's hiding, safe on my last vintage of hope. A drop deeper than water, held in something that floats. Oh, but you are a barrel rider, the most tenacious kind. You are all promises, and I am all wine. A chronicle letter, the farewell dinners, you topping off my glass before we pass. Before we pass, 'cause all I taste is salt when we kiss, when we kiss. The way we pass in the night, the way we pass in the night. Well, we must be ships. Flashed you a signal, you gave me a bow on your way through. All our appointments, it's all that we had time to do. Oh, when we love our traveling, the rigging's unraveling, our canvas sails getting torn. And though I lead the way like a masquerade, I can't say I know where I'm going, 'cause all I taste is salt when we kiss, when we kiss. The way we pass in the night, passing the night. Well, we must be ships. Your name, finger written in sand, the last time I made land. And I will leave you a note, but I know it just won't last. No, it won't last. But you are a barrel rider, the most tenacious kind. You are all promises, and I am all mine. Oh, but all I taste is salt. When we kiss, when we kiss, when we pass in the night, when we pass in the night, well, we must be ships. When we pass in the night, where we pass in the night, we must be ships.
Aw, thank you. Aw, thank you guys. Took my phone, everything. Evening, per Xander. Hi, Miss Heather. How goes existential? Oh, we've had these talks. In any case, you should recite Nothing Gold Can Stay by Robert Frost. Do consider. Ooh, okay. Nothing Gold Can Stay. I don't know it. Huh, okay. I'll have to I'm sure I could look it up in the internet. All right, I will prepare something, perhaps. Fascinating. Hee hee. All right, so that was a song, Pablo Neruda, partially inspired. Odd inspirations for songs or whatnot. Do a song that I like, because I like it. And it's fun to sing.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Why do I sit here and worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving.
I love that song. Yeah, I it's almost, that's a good night song. Night. So my life has been full of very interesting song choices lately. I brought a song to the band for Earhart from the Celtic Halloween. There's some interesting crossovers in my existence right now. And so this is a song that it's very important where you breathe, because depending on where you breathe, the girl either dies or gets married. So, breath support in this song, extremely important. Also, I have to remember to sing it in my head voice, which I never like to do, and I have to force myself to do. So that's what part of this practice is.
Last year at Lady Mary's Fair, when I was in Dundee, I fell in with an old sweetheart, he being on the spree. His company I did accept, and with him I did go. All to my sad misfortune, it proved my overthrow. We wandered east, we wandered west, we wandered around alone. He said he'd see me home that night, but home I never saw. He kept beside me all the way, resolved to have his will. And by we lost our way at the back of Rary's Hill. And when we got to Rary's Hill, the lad said to me, "You can't go home tonight, my dear. It's far or late, you see. But the night is warm, and in my pouch I have another Jill. So let us lie down here content at the back of Rary's Hill." So we had another nip of peace to quiet our alarm. And each other's arms. He handed me the bottle, another glass to fill, and I drank his health and his store of wealth at the back of Mary's Hill. And then my laddie said to me, "Lassie, do not mourn, for while I draw the breath of life from you, I will not turn. And if you will consent this day, my wedded wife to be, we'll be the happiest couple yet was ever in Dundee. So may I never prosper, may I never thrive in anything I take in hand, as long as I'm alive. If I should say I rule the day, my lad, he had his will. Success to Lady Mary is fair, and the back of Mary's Hill. Success to Lady Mary is fair, and the back of Mary's Hill.
It certainly sounds like she dies, but basically it's, for while I draw the breath of life from you, I will not turn. Which, if you take the breath after, from while I draw the breath of life from you, then she dies. But from you I will not turn, if you run it together, they get married. So there you go. Hee hee. Awesome, thank you. So yeah, there's some good, what do you call it? It's like reels and other things I've been posting. Like I said, I put up the Can't Find My Way Home thing that Ron and I did together. I eat. Oh, I know. You don't even know. You don't even know what they have me doing. Like, should we get really dangerous? I have stuff I need to practice, and it's you're kind of safe, relatively safe, you know. This might be a terrible idea, but I'm full of terrible ideas, and I haven't died yet. Let's see. 1 second. Give me a little more guitar for this because I'm gonna need to plicky plicky. So this is one they've got me working on now, which again is like, ugh. So the woman is her old lover. It's the dude that is on a spree, basically. So they get back in touch and they get married. So in that version of the song, he's like, "Oh my God, girl, it was always you," you know. Especially now that I've taken you back behind the hill. So Earhart has me working in sections of my voice that are unfamiliar. That's fine. I don't mind when Xander has questions. All right, so this is one that's another cautionary tale, because aren't they all? About the woman who... But she gets to, like, tell him what for. She's got a little sassy moment in this song. So this is one I'm learning for them as we speak. So it's good for me to be practicing. It's got an interesting little, like almost a tango.
Cold and raw the north did blow, bleak in the morning early. all the fields were covered in snow, daggled by winter yearly. Gentlemen riding o'er the heather met with a farmer's daughter. Her rosy cheeks and her bonny brow, they made his mouth to water. Quickly he saluted me, meaning to shew his breeding. Bowed to him right gracefully, his courtesy exceeding. He asked me where I went so soon, and longed to begin a parley. Told him to the next market town, on purpose to sell my barley. In this purse, sweet girl, says he, 20 pounds lie fairly. Seek no further one to buy, for I'll take all your barley. 20 more would buy delight your body I love so dearly. If you would lay with me all night and go home in the morning early.
This will be an instrumental, which...
If 20 pounds could buy the globe, it's this I'd never do, sir. Were my kin as poor as Job, would not raise them so, sir. If I lay with you this night, we'll get a young child together. You'd be gone ere the 9 months end, and where shall I find a father? Pray, what would my parents say if I should be so silly? Give my maiden head away to lose my true love, Billy. This would bring me to disgrace, therefore I say you nay, sir. If you would that me embrace, first marry him, then you may, sir. He told me he had married been 14 years and longer, else he'd take me for his own, tie the knot much stronger. I bade him then no further roam, but manage his wedlock fairly, keep his gold for his wife at home, and some other shall have my barley.
So there's something I bet you never thought you'd hear me do. Whee! Yeah, they're working on me. He is a jerk in the song. Basically, he's just like, what up, girl? I mean, who says I have 20 pounds, you can have 40 because your body I love so dearly? Like, that is not right. And she's just like, hey, marry me and we're good. But she's also silly too. It's like, you would forego your true love, Billy, if this dude will marry you first. Okay, priorities. All right, so we will leave weird things that I am learning and go back to two things that I know. I have all kinds of stuff coming up, and I'm just trying to keep a lot of songs in my head. So this one is also on the new album. I guess I should run this too. I did not do this in my set at Spire. I got something I always wanted for this. So this is an old song. Hum is an old song, but my buddy Justin McMahon out there really loved this song. Always thought it was kind of a dark horse hit. I was like, it's just eh. And so he wrote this absolutely just destroying, gorgeous accompanying guitar part for it, and he's got a harmony part for it. Which, fun fact, the rumble, that low timbre, that kind of gritty timbre in both his and my vocal when we sing harmonies against each other, caused one of the compressors in the engineer's studio to he said no one else has ever done it. So we break things together, which I kind of like. So his guitar on this is like, it's the version I always wanted. I had to wait, I don't know, 14 years to get it.
If I had our song in my head, won't find its way to a strum. Would you think that I loved you less? Wonder if I'd go numb if I had a song in my mouth. Won't find its way to a word. Would you think I had nothing to say? Just 'cause it couldn't be heard. 'Cause you make me feel like singing, but sometimes the notes just won't come. But even when my love goes unsung, I can still hum. Here with your head upon my chest, you must feel the beat like a drum. Is that music enough to your ears? Or would it just let you down? You make me feel like singing, but sometimes the notes just won't come. But even when my love goes unsung, I can still hum. Don't feel slighted. I have pulled all night, writing all of my thoughts on our love. But to do it justice, I'm afraid I must admit I'm not the one. And it's your fault really, 'cause you make me silly, and I forget where all my songs come from. But even when you strike me dumb, I can still hum. You make me feel like singing, but I've got better use for my tongue. 'Cause even when I kiss you, well, I can still hum. Oh, even when I kiss you.
Oh, I know, I'm all about your wedding songs tonight. Man, when you hear this version, it's like, it's a panty dropper. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but it's like, it's a panty dropper. All right, I've sent teddy bears into the violent crucible of war. I love it. Kid, you and me both. Ugh. Yes, see? We're all weird here. We're all mad here. Just in our own special little ways is what it is. Tip jar for Heather. Oh, I should have so put the stupid little thing in the stuff, and it's not there. It's not there. There it is. Okay, so yeah, my website has a tipping choose your own adventure thing on it. So I'm using my mouse as if you can see me pointing to it, which is not the way this works. It's not how any of this works. So yeah, tip if you wish. More importantly, I have a bunch of shows coming up where I need bodies. So if you know anybody in striking distance of the Bethlehem, Pennsylvania area, that's accessible from a lot of different spots in Pennsylvania and Jersey. Or you want to take a day trip, a couple hours up there, 2.5 maybe. Come and see me this Saturday at Godfrey Daniels. Godfrey Daniels is like a folk institution, beautiful room. New album release date. So I sent something to the backers. String arrangement happens. The very last thing, absolutely the last thing, we just needed to physically have everybody who's scattered to the winds in one place to be able to, record it. That's getting done end of this month, beginning of next month. Final mix checks across the board and setting it in order, maybe second week in May. So when that happens, the backers will get an electronic version of the album like the day I send it. So you'll get it then. You'll get to hear it. Physical copies, because of the length of time it's going to take to duplicate, will be probably end of June, I think. I gotta look. I sent it to the backers, but yeah. So physical copies later. Music you can listen to mid-May. So that's the target. So I have a very busy, very scary couple of weeks. Y'all funny. All right, I think there's like one song left. I guess how to make it something, I don't know, enjoyable, fun, yay. So trying to also think if there's anything that I need like video of, since I've got this all set up anyway. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? We believe in me. We can do the things. We can do the things. All right. Let's see. How do we want to end this? What does it make sense to say? What's our final statement on the day? Because I feel like there's a lot of stuff right now. All right. Let's see. Is there something on here that I feel encapsulates my current feelings? Do, 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 do. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to do something a cappella because I couldn't find tab that I liked in time for this. So I'll do something a cappella. I have the right. 'Tis the right. I've been thinking a lot about this. I saw a production of this show that was life-changing, and I feel like this song has been in my head a lot as we go through what we're going through. So we will not have musical accompaniment to this because I did not like the tab I found at the last minute, but I do know this song with verby verbs. We'll pretend we're at the theater. What's good is sitting alone in your room. Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, come hear the band. Come blow a horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good's permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away?
Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to doom, isn't that long a stay? Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret.
That's all I have to say about that. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you soon.